One of the most effective tools that anyone can use to sharpen their mind is a notebook. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 different notebooks that I personally like to use to sharpen my own mind and improve the overall quality of my life. The first notebook that I want to talk about is my Everyday Carry Field Notes. This one is from the East Fork Dream Journal edition. The really cool thing about field notes that I absolutely love is that every single quarter they come out with a completely new edition. They are very thin, so it's easy to travel with. They're nice and small, durable. I use this notebook for a number of reasons. I'm an anxious person, so I really need a lot of structure in my life. Writing in this notebook every single day allows me to have that structure. The way that I structure my life using the notebook is by writing down my daily priorities. So every single day before I go to bed, I will think about all the things that I want to do the next day, especially keeping in mind the goals that I have. Another way that I like to use this notebook is to write down the things that inspire me. So if I want to make a video, or if I'm thinking about making a film or writing a story, I will just flip through the pages and see if there's anything that's really exciting to me. Lists. I love using this notebook for writing different types of lists. I am very much a list person. I know some people like to have mental lists. They're like, oh no, it's only a couple things. I don't need to write that down. I'm not that type of person at all. I need to write it down, whether it's a grocery list, a list of gear that I want to buy, or some pens that I'm interested in. I know that sounds super nerdy, but yeah, it's the truth. And I'm just here to be authentic and truthful to you guys. I have a lot going on in my mind at all times. Even when I'm sleeping, my mind is constantly racing. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night. No, oftentimes I wake up in the middle of the night with so many thoughts and ideas. So when I wake up in the morning, I got to make sure that I'm writing, because it really helps to keep my mind decluttered and help me to function more properly every single day. If you're like that, or you just like to take notes, or you feel like you see things that inspire you, or things that you just want to remember, you should definitely carry a everyday carry notebook. It could be field notes. They have so many different designs. The quality is great. They're just a really good brand overall, but you don't have to use field notes. You could use your own if you'd like. If you are interested in using field notes, I do have an affiliate link below. Otherwise, you do you. The next notebook I want to talk about is actually the most recent addition to my 3 notebook system. And this one is used to balance my life and all the things that are important in it. It's also, funny enough, a field notes. This one is from one of the national parks series. I can't remember exactly which one, but it's very beautiful, and this is actually one of my favorites. Anyways, so I use this notebook to balance all the things that are important to me. Currently, I have 8 things that take priority over everything else. The list that I have going here, it's not in any particular order. I just wrote them down as I thought of them. So the way that I do this is, on the left column, I'll write down those 8 things that are important. Then on the right side, on the top, I'll write the first initial of every day of the week. And then it keeps going. Then in the little columns right underneath the days of the week and next to the things that are important, I will X off the things that I focused on in that particular day. So when I see that there are a lot of blank spaces for a week or a couple of weeks or days, I'll make sure to put in a little bit more effort into that. Sometimes it's not very doable depending on what's going on and what the circumstances are in my life at the time, but I will try to make a point to put a little bit more effort in that certain area. And I actually got this idea from a video by Peter McKinnon. I believe the video was him tracking his habits for 800 days. And he had somewhat of a similar system here, where he listed out certain things that he did every single day. I don't think he X'd it. I think he may have colored it in like a bar graph or something like that. He would mark down those things that he did every day so he can kind of keep track of what he's actually doing. So I took that idea and I kind of created my own version of it, because I really thought it was brilliant. And it really helps you to keep track of the habits that you do every day, the things that are important to you, and making sure that you are putting in the time and effort into the things that matter the most. Because I find that sometimes life gets very chaotic. We're doing a lot of things and we forget to put the time and energy into things that we really do care about. Yes, I've only been doing this for like 40 days, but I'm going to continue it. This has been one of my favorite habits that I've ever tried to implement into my life. And it's very easy. Every day before I go to bed, I will grab this notebook. I always keep a pen on it. Grab the notebook, grab the pen, and I'll think about my day. So I kind of replay it in my head. And then I'll just mark down those things. If you're not really into writing a lot, but you want some way to track your life or something that will better your life in some way, I highly, highly recommend doing something like this. Again, you could make your own version of it, like I did with Peter's habit tracking system. I made my own. You can make your own from this one or go ahead and watch his video as well. It's really great. Watch it after this one, of course. Go ahead and do that because this will definitely change your life. The last notebook I want to talk about is my journal. And although it's the last on the list, it is certainly not the least important. Not that any of them are above or under another. This one in particular is very dear to me because it essentially holds my soul. And I know that sounds very exaggerated. I can be a bit of a dramatic person, so just bear with me and go with it. Just go with it. I don't carry my journal everywhere, but I do write in it every single day. Sometimes just in the morning, or other times I will write a couple different times in the day, depending on what's going on. But I do have a morning ritual, which I will share with you one of these days. But for right now, I will kind of just give you a little snippet on my morning ritual. So every single day, I will wake up and I will immediately begin journaling. Sometimes I don't really have much to say, but I do like to do the act of writing initially when I first get up in the morning because it allows me to kind of wake up my mind and get ready for the day. And other times when I do have a lot to say, I will sit there for half an hour, maybe an hour if I have time, to just go through my thoughts and get everything out that I'm feeling. So the first notebook that I talked about, this field notes, my everyday carry, I mentioned how it really helps to declutter my mind. This one, in a sense, does the same thing, but I also add a lot of emotion and feeling into it as well. Whereas the everyday carry notebook is a little bit more logical and practical. This one just helps to make my thoughts make more sense. So sometimes if I'm going through a situation in my life, whether it's good, bad, neutral, whatever, I like to write it down and really work through how I'm actually feeling about that situation. And I love to say that this is my therapist. Not that I'm against having a real therapist, but for me, this works really well. I feel like it helps me not just declutter my mind, but it adds a lot of clarity into my life. And writing in it as a ritual every single morning really helps me to have a more positive day and start my day with a more clear mind. So this notebook is very, very important. I'm actually about to be done with this notebook, which is really awesome. Oh, and I forgot to mention what type of notebook this is. This is a pen and gear notebook. I believe this is a Walmart brand. Every single time that I'm about to finish one of these journals, I do go out and I buy a new journal. The last one that I used was from the brand Exceed, but the new one that I bought is from the brand Loik. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce that one, or at least that's what I've heard. Loik. I really hope that one of these notebooks that I talked about inspire you. If you already like to write, I would love for you to write in the comments what types of notebooks and journals you like to use personally, whether it's the brand or what you use them for. Bye for now, and I will see you in the next one.